Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Today I'm sharing a bunch of my favorite products with you that I've been loving all month long. I've got makeup, I've got skincare, I've got clothes, hair, a bunch of random stuff per usual. I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe and let's just jump into it. The first thing that I want to share with you is kind of like my new little face concoction that I've been doing. I went probably like a year and a half without really wearing foundation that much. And then lately I've just kind of gone back into that because I like the finish that it gives on the skin. So I kind of fluctuate and go back and forth. I've been loving the Rare Beauty Illuminating Primer. This came out, I believe it was last year, but this does give a more illuminating finish to the skin, which if you've been following me for a while, you know I have pretty oily skin, or it can get oily pretty quickly, mainly when I'm wearing makeup. My skin doesn't seem to get that oily when I'm just like wearing no makeup around the house, or even if I'm running errands and I don't have makeup on, I just feel like I don't get that oily unless I do and it just looks like I've got like moisturizer on or something. But anytime I have like a full face of makeup on, I just become a grease ball so quickly. But with that being said, I still like very illuminating and radiant products, which is kind of counterproductive, but whatever, I still love it. I've been loving the Illuminating Primer from Rare Beauty. It does give that like radiance to the skin. So if you have dry skin, you will love this. I can't say if you have oily skin that you'll love this, because even though I do, I just like that more radiant look anyways. But I do feel like I don't get like excessively oily when I use this. There are some products that, even though I like more illuminating stuff, there are some products that will make me look like a grease ball like that. So this doesn't do that. I still really like it, and I feel like it works really good with my skin, and I feel like it works really nicely in conjunction with the next product, which is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. I got this I think 2 years ago. I'm in the shade LM9. I love this concealer, the one that kind of like goes with this foundation, and I use that concealer all the time. Because I haven't really been wearing foundation that much, I just haven't used this a lot in the last 2 years. When it first came out, I used it all the time, but what I love about it is it gives a very like fresh skin-like finish to the skin. I feel like when I put it on, you don't really like see that I'm wearing foundation, but it just looks like my skin has been perfected a little bit. So this is like the perfect shade for me when I'm more fair. Right now I don't have on a spray tan or anything at all, and this works perfectly. I used to use this all the time just with my fingers. I feel like I watched Pat McGrath like apply it on a client or something, or like on a model. That's the way that she like recommended using it, I believe. That's how I always used to use it, but lately I've just been using my normal brushes. I want to try this again with my fingers because it's been so long since I've tried it that way. Sorry, Ruben's texting me. Yeah, I just really like the finish that this gives. I feel like it gives a solid medium coverage, maybe light to medium coverage. It's not like a crazy full coverage foundation or anything like that, and it doesn't give a matte finish at all. It does give a more, I don't want to say radiant because it's not like shimmery or anything, but it gives more of like a dew to the skin, almost like just like a natural glow to the skin. It's really, really beautiful. I do believe this is a pricier foundation. I remember when it came out, I think it was like one of the more high-end price points for foundation. So I'm glad that I'm finally getting some really good use out of it because it was more pricey. But I have been really liking these paired together, which is actually pretty surprising because they're both more luminous looking on the skin. And if I'm going to do something with my oily skin and like wear something more like radiant and illuminating, you know what I mean? If I'm going to do something like that, I'll usually pair it with something that's more matte. So if I did a more matte primer, I can do a more luminous foundation and vice versa. I am pretty surprised that I really like these together, but yeah, I've been wearing them a lot for the last month or two. And then this is new. I've only used it a few times, but I'm obsessed with it. This is the Desi Skin Do Me Over Prep Set and Refresh Face Mist. So the first time I used this was in my fall, like the first fall makeup tutorial that I did this year so far. When I first sprayed it down, it kind of like, it didn't like gleek out product, but I did have two like drip spots on my face. Two of you guys told me in the comments that it's more of like an all over spray. So I was like, oh, let me try that. It kind of looks like it wouldn't be by the thing. But yeah, it still is that like all over like slow mist, you know, and I love it. It gives a gorgeous finish to the skin. Today, I actually put it all over my face and my chest because I did a little bit of like contouring right here, and I just feel like it took all of my products and just like mended them all together, gave me a nice glow while not making me look oily. It's very unique. I feel like This and the Morphe setting spray are my two favorite setting sprays, and they're not like too mattifying either. Like I've tried like mattifying setting sprays too, and I don't really like those. I don't even know what it is. I just feel like they don't really do anything special. This and the Morphe one make your skin just look like so good. Next is this blush from e.l.f. I have been wearing this pretty much almost every time I've done my makeup in the last month, and it was the only blush I took with me to Alaska on our honeymoon. This is the e.l.f. Putty Blush in Bali. So it looks like this. It's just a little putty, and it's this looks really good with my makeup look right now. I didn't wear this today, but it would have looked really good with this. The way that I use this is I just grab my F40, I think it is, yeah, the F40 from Sigma, and I just pick it straight up in here like this, and then just apply it like I would a normal blush. The texture is very unique. You would think that this would be a little bit more moussey, a little bit more creamy in texture. It's not like that. I feel like it is a very unique cream blush out of all the cream blushes that I've tried. I feel like it just stands out from the rest. It's not as high gloss, not like the other ones that I've tried are, but I just feel like those almost give like too much of a sheen on my cheek, and because I do get oily, I'm not trying to be like oily all up in here. I'm fine with being like highlighted here and whatever, but like when it comes down too far on my cheek, I just feel like I need to powder, and I just feel, oh, you know? This doesn't do that. This gives a very nice, I don't even wanna say matte finish because it's not like too flat. It's just, it's really, really good. I really wish that they would come out with more colors. I do have these two here that I think are beautiful. I've got Turks and Caicos, which is a light pinky peachy color. That is really pretty. You guys know this is not really my vibe. And then this one, which I can't wait to use in a fall tutorial because it would work perfectly. This one is the Caribbean. Looks, look at that color. It's like a deep berry. Side note, do you say Caribbean, Caribbean, or third option, do you say Caribbean unless you're saying Pirates of the Caribbean? Don't lie. I've just really been liking this formula. I really want to get more colors. I think there is only just one more color, if I remember correctly, but I hope they make more because that has quickly become one of my favorite blush formulas. Speaking of blush, the one that I have on right now is the Vive Piazza Sunset Blush. Looks like this. You guys know I love these like rich, deep blush colors. Even though I'm more fair, if you just go in with a really light hand, you can use pretty much any blush color that you want. I love this. I went in with the tiniest bit, like the tiniest bit. I picked it up on this brush and then I like wiped it off on my mat here and then applied it. And this is what you see on my cheeks right now. It is so, so beautiful. The formula is great. I also have the color, I don't know if it's Pesca or Peshka, P-E-S-C-A. It's kind of a more peachy color. I used this the other day and this is gorgeous. I placed the biggest order on the Vive website. I love freaking everything. Genevieve has got it going on, and I wish that I ordered the eye crayon thingies because everything else has been a hit, including the bronzer. So I got the bronzer in medium. The formula is just so good, and the packaging and everything. This feels like Charlotte Tilbury to me. That light color is just perfect for my skin tone. The dark color is perfect for contouring. This is all I have on as far as like contouring and bronzing goes, and I just feel like it works so good on my skin. It's not too orange, it's not too red, it's that perfect neutral. So I just feel like she knocked it out of the park with her brand. I've loved everything so far. I have like only her lip products on right now too. The lip liners that I have on, by the way, are Bark and Velvet Sands. I've got them mixed together, and then I do have her lipsticks on. So I did a tutorial using all of her stuff. It should be up before this video. I loved her lipsticks applied with a brush. I feel like they just looked better that way because today I tried them like straight on and they were a little bit too matte for me. I do like a creamier formula of a matte lipstick. So just keep that in mind because they are stunning and the colors are beautiful. It's just the formula. I would need to apply less of it so it wasn't so matte on my lips. Just had to mention that because they are gorgeous and they would have made it to like being a favorite so far. Lip liners for sure. Those are amazing. I love those. And stay tuned to watch like more tutorials and stuff because I'm going to be using like all of her stuff constantly. Love her brand, love her stuff. It's awesome. So I started using some new brow products, which I am a whore for the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit. I've been using this for whenever it came out. That's when I've been using, that's how long I've been using it. But Too Faced came out with their pomade in a pencil, and I am normally like, if anything is like an angle in a brow product, I'm just not really for it. I don't know, it just usually like doesn't work for me, except I've really been liking this. So they sent over, they have the pomade in a pencil, the super fine brow detailer, and the brow wig. So the pomade in a pencil really is just that. It is like a gel pot pomade, but in pencil form. So I feel like it's a lot easier to apply a regular gel pot brow pomade. There's something about the formula with the angle of the pencil. It just really works. This is what I have in my brows right now. I use the shade Soft Brown. For whatever reason, the color taupe or blonde or whatever, a lot of times companies will send me like new makeup launches and stuff like that, and I'm so appreciative, but I think that because I'm blonde, they think that I need blonde. I end up having to give away so many brow products because they're all in like the blonde color, and I don't know why, but my skin turns all of those colors green. I don't know why. It is the strangest thing. Let me know if any of you blondes have that same problem, because my natural hair is like this color here. So I don't know. If you have like deep, dark chocolate brown hair, I probably use the same brow pencil as you, which is weird. You wouldn't think that. But yeah, I use Soft Brown. And then I go in with the Super Fine Brow Detailer, which also has that angle on it, but it's still really fine. So it's very, very unique. And I like to go in with this after using the pomade and a pencil and just kind of like feather in any blank areas, kind of shape it out a little bit more, get the front area a little bit, and you can see it looks really soft. I have a really hard time doing my brows. I used to be really good at brows, but then when I look back at what good at brows was, it was that very like carved out Instagram brow style. I was really good at that because I was good at really drawing them on. But you know, the natural brow is just in, and to be honest, that just looks better anyways. And I just have a very difficult time making it look really natural because I try to like make brow hairs or like mimic brow hairs with my pencil, and then I feel like you can see like the actual like stick strokes that I drew on. I feel like these two together just make it look really natural. I feel like this is the best my brows have looked in a long time, and I feel like it wasn't that hard to get to this. So I've really, really been loving these. And then the last one is the brow wig. So this is actually in the color taupe. This is the only one in the line that doesn't seem to make my brows look green for whatever reason, and it kind of just fluffs them up. So this is very different from other like brow gel type things. This actually has, this is the weirdest thing, it has like little hair fibers. So it's like adding like a brow extension to your hair, to like your brow hair, and it makes them look so bushy but so natural at the same time. I can use Soft Brown in this as well. This is the Soft Brown color. Or this is medium brown actually. This is the medium brown color. This actually goes a little bit more cool toned, I feel. I can use this one too, but normally I just keep this color like more towards the outer part, and this works all over. See how like light that looks? I'll pop this on top, and that's what I have on is these three brow products, and I just feel like they look so natural, so floofy. So this has been like my go-to lately. If I'm in a pinch, I'll just still use my Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit, but if I'm really trying to like take my time and make myself look like all that in a bag of chips, I'll do this little trio, and I just love the way that it looks. It looks like I just was like done. And I mean, I kind of was, because it is so easy to apply. I just feel like it looks really, really natural. And then the last makeup product before I move into other things are these lashes from ColourPop. They're in the style Chick. They look so dramatic here in the case, but when you pop them on, they just fan out so beautifully. I don't have these on right now, but I did use these in my first fall makeup tutorial of this year. They're just so beautiful. I do have to cut off quite a bit off the end, but I just think they give a nice statement. I have only used them in more dramatic looks. I need to try them with some more natural looks just to see what they look like, but I feel like they would give just a beautiful effect to the eye, even with a natural look too. So ColourPop lashes are pretty decently priced. I feel like some lashes are like $20, $30, $40, which is just crazy. I believe these were under 10 if I remember correctly, but I'll link them down below along with everything else that I talk about in this video. So I've talked about the Air Wrap before. I've been using it a little bit differently. I unfortunately didn't use it this way today. I used a curling iron because my hair was already dry, but I have been using it for like everything with my hair lately. And normally I was using the air wrap to do like a really like full blown out look to my hair. When I started using it and I went and got my hair done, both my hairstylists were like, your hair feels so healthy, it's growing, it doesn't feel dry, like all this good stuff. Got very good feedback from my hairstylist. And they do track my hair because I get extensions in, and so they take pictures to see my hair growth to make sure it's still steadily growing. But I was still using my curling iron and flat iron to do these kinds of waves in my hair. So I wanted to see if I could just use the air wrap to do that, and I will insert a picture in here of when I used it for the first time with the wands to create like the beach waves, and it worked. There's definitely a learning curve. I feel like I can still kind of overdo it. If you've seen any of my like beach waves tutorials, I just suck at doing hair right the first time, and I always go through with the flat iron and like flat iron the shit out of my waves. But what I love about this is because it doesn't get too crazy hot, I don't feel bad going back in and like going over things or straightening them out. So I wanted to share the different attachments that I've been using. So if I'm gonna do like a more like Hollywood blowout or like 90s supermodel blowout, I'll use the biggest barrel attachment and do that. But if I'm gonna be doing waves, I'll pop down to the smaller one and pop that one on. And this one, I'll flip it upside down and then wrap it around here and then turn it on and do it that way. And then I will go in with this attachment with my hairbrush, which I popped here. And I will go like this to straighten out the ends like I like. Because this comes with 500 different attachments and I was only using the one really. And when I was going to Alaska for a honeymoon, I thought, you know what, I'm probably gonna be wearing a hat half the time anyways because it was gonna be so cold, which it was. Oh my gosh, it was 40 degrees. The most gorgeous, beautiful, crisp fall weather. Anyways, I did wear a hat every single day, but I thought, you know what, that's a great time to figure it out, see if it works, because I didn't want to pack all of my heavy tools because I have my blow dryer, my curling iron, my flat iron, and then all of my styling products. It's just excessive, and I'm almost always over on my suitcase. So I was like, you know what, let's do this. I'm gonna save a lot of weight, save a lot of room in my suitcase. So I literally just brought my air wrap with the attachments that I just showed you, and then also the just regular blow dryer attachment for my air wrap. That's all I brought, and that's all I needed, and it was amazing. And I was able to do the waves. I could do like a blowout straight, like say I wanted pin straight hair, which actually I wore my hair straight pretty much the whole time I was there. I was able to blow dry it straight by using that brush and this brush together just to make it go straight, and it didn't take that long. It wasn't as damaging on my hair, and it saved so much weight in my suitcase, so much space. It's just so freaking convenient. The only reason why today I didn't use it for that is because my hair was already dried, and I feel like to me it's easier to get my style to do what I want it to do and to get it to last when it's dry by using a curling iron and my flat iron like I normally do. So I'm never gonna like not use those things, but when my hair is wet or damp, then I'm gonna use the air wrap because it's better for my hair, way less damaging, way more convenient, and I can use one freaking tool. It's amazing. So I'll link it down below. I know it's so stupid expensive. If you think that you're gonna use it for all that it has to offer, I definitely think it's worth it. You don't end up needing a blow dryer, a curling iron, and a flat iron. You've got it all in one, and it does the work for you. It's pretty cool. So if you want a full tutorial on how I do like beach waves with the air wrap, let me know. I can totally do that because I've been doing it for the past month just to kind of like see if I could do it. I think I figured it out. So if you want to see that, let me know because I would love to share that with you. I have some random clothes things. So this was in my dirty laundry. I should have washed it before this video, but I did not prep ahead. So just ignore the dog hair. But I got this, it's technically like a bra tank from Lululemon. I love the Align leggings. I have a weird texture issue with fabrics. I hate like typical legging tight feel, like I'll get the chills just thinking about it. I've talked about it before. I'm a freak, I know. But Align leggings are one of the only leggings that don't make me cringe too much. Like if I'm thinking about it, I'm getting like the heebie-jeebies. To me, it's like nails on a chalkboard. So I'll still get that if it like catches on my foot or something when I'm putting on my leggings, but the fabric still is something that I can deal with. I really wanted a bra tank that I could wear in Alaska. Now, turns out I didn't even need it when I was in Alaska because it was so cold. It's so funny because I went on Instagram stories and I asked you guys, anybody that's been to Alaska or lives in Alaska, specifically I was going to Anchorage. I was like, what should I wear? I know the weather is kind of like a little unpredictable. And from my research, every like blog that I had read had said like wear layers. It can get really cold or really hot, so just make sure you dress in layers so you can add on, take off. So many people said it's been really, really hot this year, which maybe it was. Like some people had said like you're gonna be in a tank top. Those people did say like wear a jacket in the morning, it's cold in the morning and then gets really, really hot. It did not get over like 50 degrees when we were there, but my thinking was if it did get really hot, like say we're on a hike or something, then I could take off my layers and I wouldn't have to like be in just my sports bra. I could wear like a sports bra tank. So the idea was there and it really would have worked if I needed to undress that way. I just didn't need to. This would have been perfect, and actually I still wore this. I just didn't wear it the way that I thought I was going to. This is it. It's just a bra tank, so it feels just like a sports bra, and I sized up a couple of sizes because I'm honestly probably gonna wear this a lot now going forward for kickboxing because I don't like anything too baggy. It gets in my way and stuff like that. But I wanted something that wasn't gonna be so extremely tight on my midsection. I have been eating not as healthy the last month. I'm getting back on it. Actually, yesterday I started getting really strict again with eating healthier because I've been feeling like shit. But I wanted something that wasn't going to be so skin tight on my midsection so that it was a little bit movable and breathable. So I sized up. What size did I get? I think I took the tag off. I believe I got a size 10 in this, and normally I'm I think I'm a 6 in their sports bras. So I definitely sized up, and it is loose on the midsection, but it's very, very comfortable. I would much rather have something be loose and breathable rather than too skin tight. But I really, really loved this. It was very comfortable. And I guess it did kind of work out for it being as chilly as it was because it did kind of provide an extra layer of warmth for me because it went all the way down to like where my leggings met up with it, and I could actually tuck them into my leggings because they did overlap. But it was just really, really comfortable. I really, really loved this, and I bought some dupes. They're not actually dupes, but like a similar thing off Amazon. So I'm gonna show those to you too. I did prefer the Lululemon one just because of the size, really. If these came in a bigger size, I think I would like these just as much. So these are very similar design. I bought this in like every color, and I have these in a size large, and maybe these do come in an extra large, but I'm just surprised that that's the largest that they go because they're skin tight. I feel like I need to debloat a little bit before I wear this because it's not as movable as I would want it to be in my midsection. It does fit my boobs and my back just fine. It's just, it is skin tight, which I guess is how it's designed to be. It is like a sports bra tank, so I mean, it makes sense that it is that way. It's just for me, I would like to size up even more to give it just a little bit more wiggle room. But this is like a fraction of the price. It does basically the exact same thing. I would just recommend sizing up a size or two, depending on how you want it to fit. You can remove the cups on this. Yeah, you can remove the cups on the Align one too, but they are very different fabrics. This does feel a little bit more like cottony, a little bit more tank toppy, which is totally fine. I feel like both fabrics are nice, but I just wanted to recommend this one too. I didn't wear them while I was there because I literally wore this one like every single day. I just really wanted to recommend those because especially right now, like, so I came back home and it's hot as balls. It is like 99 degrees and I'm just ready for fall, especially after being in Alaska where it was nice and crisp and the colors were starting to change and we were out in our jackets and sweatshirts and hats and you could see your breath. It was like such a great taste of fall, and then come back and it's like muggy, humid, hot. Because of the weather it is right now, I can see these being so nice for working out outside or even working out inside, whatever. I'm totally gonna wear these to kickboxing and my workouts and stuff right now while it's still really hot. And you could even layer this with other stuff on top, and then if you get hot, this can be underneath. I know like there's so many cute like workout sets online, and I see these girls working out in these super cute like Gymshark sets. I'm just not ready to show so much at the gym. You know what I mean? Like I love the idea. I just, for myself, I'm not as comfortable wearing so much form-fitting bras. You know what I mean? And I just feel like these give a little bit more, they're not as absolutely skin tight. You know what I mean? For myself, I would be more comfortable in this. Wanted to recommend these. I love the Lululemon one a lot, and I think that this is a really great alternative. This is super random. I've talked about these before, and I'm so glad I went to talk to you about these today because I only have one left and I need to order more, but these have been saving me. So I have been drinking these for 3 years now. 2 to 3 years. They're the Elemental Labs electrolytes. I get the big boxes, and you can just get them on Amazon or on the Elemental Labs website. I'll link them down below. The raspberry salt is my favorite. They don't have any sugar in them. They give you lots of energy. They give you all your electrolytes. They come in little packs like this. And the owner of this company also came out with the Sacred Cow book, which is, I love that book. I want to listen to it again. It was just really cool to see the connection that the same person that made like these electrolytes that I've loved for years also wrote this book that I love, and since being in Alaska. So there was a time change, and I wasn't thinking that it was gonna like really affect me that much. So they are 3 hours behind us because the sun didn't set until like after 10 o'clock at night. We stayed out doing things until 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then we'd come home, prep dinner, eat around midnight, 1 o'clock, and we would go to bed till 2 or 3. Well, 3 o'clock in Alaska was 6 a.m. in Chicago. Also, our flights were like in the middle of the night. So I think we just ran on our energy. We just had so much adrenaline, and we were excited to be like on vacation and just whatever, that when we came back, we crashed. I'm still trying to get back to like a normal schedule, and like, what time is it right now? It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I am exhausted. Like as I'm talking about it, yawning. I feel like these are really saving me. I have them here in my bottle. I put like about 15 ounces of water with one of those packs, and I shake it up. It's taken everything in me not to just sleep until noon. I feel like these are really helping. I love these, especially when I'm doing like hardcore keto or hardcore like lower carb. I feel like these really help with my energy and stuff like that, especially if you are used to having a lot of sugar and stuff like that. I feel like getting in all of your electrolytes really helps. So this is very random. This is a heating pad that you plug into the wall. So growing up, my mom had heating pads, but they were all the ones that you would like put in the microwave or whatever. And I didn't even know that they made heating pads that plugged into the wall. I know I'm really late. I know it's like been a thing for forever. I was always sick of like every month when I have my period, the first day and the second day are the absolute worst. I'm in horrible pain. So I was just so sick of like microwaving the heating pad. And then after like an hour, I would need to do it again. This is amazing. It plugs in. All you have to do is turn it on here and adjust your heat settings. And when it turns off, you just turn it back on. It's amazing. That is it for this video. Those are all the things that I've been loving this month. Please let me know what your favorites for the month were down below in the comment section. I love reading your favorites and trying out new products and stuff like that. Let me know what videos you want to see next from me down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye.